Starting a new book is always exciting. Starting a new book of the Torah should be especially exciting. When we think about it, the book of Devarim, in a certain sense, maybe it wasn't even necessary. It's the book at the end of Moshe's life, which prepares the people that he's about to take leave of when they go into the land of Israel. And there's so many things about this which aren't right. That Moshe's taking leave. That Moshe's not continuing. Well, 40 years have gone by. 40 years of Moshe's leadership. And that's the other thing that is troubling. Why did we need so many years? And then we read a verse towards the very beginning of the book, the very beginning of the Parashat. 11 days. The Torah tells us the distance between Sinai and between Israel could have been 11 days. And it took us 40 years to travel a journey that should have taken only 11 days. And if you're going to tell me, well, it only took them 39 years, okay, so you got me there. And we realize that something went terribly wrong. And that's what we need to lament. It seems to be that history, perhaps especially Jewish history, there are destinations we need to get to. And we're going to get there. The question is how? Under what condition? How many of us? The Divrei Chaim from Sanz wrote that we're going in a particular direction. The question is, how do we get there? Ultimately, to go east, we can go as far west as we need to go, or we can go as far west as we choose to go, and end up going all the way around until we get to the east. That's part of having a round world. We're eventually going to get to where we need to get to. When we read the beginning of the book of Devarim, we realize that something went terribly wrong. And of course, we read the last number of books. We know about what happened in Parashat, which really set things up. And we know about what happened in Shemot, and starting again with the golden calf and moving forwards, and Moshe hitting the rock, and the spies, and all of these things combined together. But we can't just help but stopping, especially this week, especially right before Tisha B'Av. We need to take an accounting and realize there are places we need to get to. And sometimes we're just walking in the wrong direction. And sometimes we're walking in circles. And sometimes we're wandering around a desert. And we lose focus that it could have been so much more painless. It could have been so much quicker. It could have been with that first generation. And it could have been with Moshe leading us. And we could have gone straight to Israel. And we would have a very different reality. Which means this week, instead of having this fast which is quickly approaching us, the fast of Tisha B'Av, we would have had a completely different reality. 11 days. World can change. Completely different reality.